New Pentagon rules are targeting troops with shaving waivers, sometimes called shave profiles. Since the 1980s, most men in uniform have been required to be clean shaven. That means a close shave every morning. But for a lot of men, that's just not possible. Multiple studies have shown a condition called pseudofolliculitis barbae, or PFB, can affect up to 80% of black people. Dr. Swati Kannan is a dermatologist at UC San Diego.
Pseudofolliculitis barbae, PFB, is actually a very common condition.
The condition affects people with coarse and curly facial hair. After shaving, their hair regrows into their skin. Dr. Cannon's concerned service members could harm themselves by shaving just to stay in the military. That could have long-term consequences.
It can cause severe disfigurement, scarring, sometimes keloidal scarring that requires surgery to remove, and it can be pretty not only cosmetically disfiguring, but can also be symptomatic and painful. And so in that patient population, it's a huge deal.
Service members with the condition can be exempted from shaving every day. A 2023 Air Force study found 65% of people with shaving profiles were black. It's a sweltering summer afternoon at the Cutting Edge Barber Shop on El Cajon Boulevard. Owner Tony Ganaway invites me in to enjoy the air conditioning. He's familiar with military grooming standards. He's cut hair up and down the ranks.
Throughout the years, I've cut so many military clients that if you are an E5 and under, I sometimes know your job better than yourself.
Ganaway's been a licensed barber for almost 20 years and owned his own shop since 2013. He's also black. He says he doesn't shave because if he did, he'd also struggle with PFB.
You know, for people that do not have those issues, they don't know what it feels like to have your face feel like it's on fire, it's itching. You know, it's when it's at its worst, it's almost like a cat just gnawing at your skin at all times, and it's something that makes it even hard to even focus.
So what's behind the changes at the Pentagon? An August 2025 memo instructs leaders to start kicking out anyone with a shave profile that lasts longer than 12 months. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth brought it up during his speech to military leaders in September.
The era of unprofessional appearance is over. No more beardos. The era of rampant and ridiculous shaving profiles is done.
This summer, there's been renewed emphasis on the issue. Each branch is out with its own policies on the shaving waivers. Troops are to undergo treatment in 3-month blocks if issued an exemption. If they're unable to shave daily after 12 months, commanders are to process them for administrative separation. The waivers aren't uncommon across the military for black men.
It's not an unusual thing. When I was on active duty, we always would have Marines who had shave waivers.
Attorney Bob Muth was a judge advocate general in the Marines, a military lawyer. Today, he's a law professor and the vice dean at the University of San Diego School of Law.
I think what's unusual about this is the severity or importance of this just seems minimal. Clearly, there will be a severe disparate impact on African American service members. They make up the vast majority of shave waivers.
Dr. Cannon says the military's treatment plan is flawed. There's no cure for PFB.
It's not a problem, with hygiene, or it's not a problem with medications. It's really a biology problem. So the biology is curly hair that re-enters the skin because of shaving. The cure is to not shave. So that really is the solution to PFB.
Ganaway, the barber, says there are things to do to minimize the effects, like using hot towels and never shaving hair down to the skin.
First thing I recommend for a person with sensitive skin that has to shave is using only the trimmers, getting close down to the skin, as well as using what's called a shaver and not a razor.
Muth thinks a legal challenge based on racial discrimination is unlikely to be successful. He envisions a more subtle solution.
I think what you'll see is a lot of service members trying to do everything they can to kind of stall the process. And it's also possible that a different secretary will come along who will have a different view on the importance of beards. It seems like this is something that's uniquely important to Secretary Hegseth.
Pentagon leadership might be aware of this. Just this month, it ordered Navy commanders to submit monthly reports on each person with a shaving waiver. Andrew Dyer, KPBS News.